Hi, everyone. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a real-world example of change management using Lewin's change model. Our focus? Hilltop Secondary School, which is facing a big shift in operations. Let's explore how they're tackling this challenge with a solid strategic plan. Stick around to learn how the three phases, Unfreeze, Change, and Refreeze, guide their success. Hilltop Secondary School has traditionally operated from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday to Friday, and remained closed on weekends. However, a new government policy requires the school to extend its hours from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays and operate on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The twist? No extra funding is provided, and they have only 3 months to implement the change. Ms. Lee, the school administrator, has been tasked with leading this transition. Let's see how she's using Lewin's change model to navigate this challenge. The first phase is Unfreeze. The main focus should be informing the main stakeholders on the upcoming change. Here's what Hilltop Secondary School is doing. The school starts by holding meetings with staff, parents, and students to explain why the change is necessary and how it will benefit everyone. They also identify challenges, like staff resistance or budget constraints, through surveys and focus groups. To ensure everyone's on the same page, the school communicates a clear vision. By the end of this phase, at least 90% of stakeholders have attended meetings or received updates, setting a strong foundation for the transition. Recapping, the first phase, Unfreeze, prepares the school and its stakeholders for the change. Here's what this phase includes. First, stakeholder meetings were conducted with teachers, parents, and students to explain why the change was necessary. The goal? To ensure that by the end of week 2, 90% of stakeholders had attended these meetings. Next, potential challenges, such as staff resistance and budget constraints, were identified. The team aimed to document at least 10 challenges and mitigation strategies by week 3. A financial and operational feasibility study was completed by week 4, giving everyone a clear picture of the path forward. Finally, a change task force was formed, and a clear vision was communicated to all stakeholders through newsletters and assemblies, achieving 70% understanding by week 2. These steps laid the foundation for the changes ahead, ensuring everyone was informed and ready to act. Now comes the action phase. Change. This is where the plan gets implemented, and Hilltop Secondary School's team works together to make it happen. First, the HR team reorganizes staff schedules to cover the extended hours, ensuring fair workloads and compliance with labor laws. Meanwhile, operations adjust the school timetable and prepare facilities for extended use, like classrooms and libraries. The IT team upgrades systems to support extended hours, ensuring that tools like learning platforms are accessible and functional. By week 9, the school pilots the new hours for a week, ironing out any issues before the full launch in week 10. It's all about learning and adapting during this phase. In action, the change phase focuses on implementing the extended school hours. Let's look at the key activities here. Staff schedules were reorganized to cover the extended hours, with all schedules finalized by week 6. If additional staff were needed, recruitment was completed by week 7, with 80% of positions filled. The school timetable for classes and extracurricular activities was adjusted and shared with students and staff by week 6. To ensure readiness, facilities like classrooms, libraries, and sports areas were prepared for extended use by week 7, and IT systems were upgraded by week 8. A pilot of the extended hours was run in week 9 to identify issues, with 90% of problems resolved before the full rollout in week 10. By completing these steps on time, the school ensured a smooth rollout with minimal disruptions. Finally, the school enters the refreeze phase, solidifying the changes into their daily operations. The school monitors feedback from staff and students to ensure the transition is working smoothly. The finance team assesses the budget impact, and HR recognizes staff contributions with a small celebration. To make the change permanent, the new hours are integrated into school policies, and the entire community comes together to celebrate the successful transition. A newsletter highlights key achievements and lessons learned. The final phase, Refreeze, solidifies the new hours as part of Hilltop Secondary's regular operations. Feedback was gathered from at least 80% of staff and students through surveys and focus groups by week 14. A post-implementation performance report, including financial and operational assessments, was completed by week 15. Staff contributions were recognized through a special event by week 15, with at least 90% participation. New operating hours were integrated into long-term policies by week 16. Finally, a community event celebrated the successful transition, with 70% of stakeholders expressing satisfaction. So, that's how Hilltop Secondary School used Lewin's change model to navigate a major transition. They prepared with the unfreeze phase, acted decisively during the change phase, and secured success with the refreeze phase. What do you think of their approach? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell to stay updated and drop a comment with your thoughts. Follow us on social media for more content. Links are in the description. See you in the next video.